Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm coming at you with my week 3 OPOP league match. I didn't bring you week 2 because it was up against Rare Candy, Eric over at Rare Candy, and they decided to bring 3 Obstagoon Altaria styles of decks. Thankfully, what I brought was able to combat it in a way that allowed me to deck them out 2 of the 3 games. I did get decked out in 1 of the 3 games, so all 3 games were won by deck out, which was it took over an hour to complete all 3 games because they were all won by deck out. And yeah, so I did not decide to share that one with you guys. I did play it over on my Twitch live stream. If you really want to go back and dig through the VODs to find it, you can. It's not worth it, let me tell you that. But yeah, that's why I did not come at you guys with the week 2 match. So we're here with the week 3 match. I'm up against CeliosNetwork this week. And what I've been doing for these is I've just been kind of bringing the decks that I've been jamming out to recently, or most recently. So this week I decided to bring the Slowduck, which is kind of a meme deck, but it's way, like, if you saw my last YouTube video, it's way better than I thought it would be, or one of my recent YouTube videos. I don't know if it was the last one. Yeah, I think it was. Way better than I thought it would be, and it was doing really good. That's the day that I was testing it, is the day I played CeliosNetwork for this league match, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna run it. So I brought that, I brought Green Zard, and I also brought the what was that third deck I brought? Pikarom. So those are the 3 decks I brought to take on CeliosNetwork. I don't really have anything else to say, so let's go ahead and let's get into those games. Okay, in game 1, I'm full sending the Slowduck. It's kind of a meme, like I mentioned in the intro, but I want to give it its shot. And I feel like here in game 1, if I just throw it out there, hope for the best, it's going to have the best opportunity to get its job done. But we'll see. No idea what Mr. Network's bringing. So that's going to be a big deal as well for the duck here. But we'll see. Jirachi start. I'm not sure what to expect from here. I'm sure he was not expecting the Slowduck at all. All right, we hit a fire deck. That's exactly what we are looking for with the Slowpoke and Psyduck deck. That's the exact matchup we want to hit. We want to hit something that is fire type that works very well for our strategy, for sure. There's the Cramorant grab off the rip for them. Makes sense. Cramorant not weak to water, so a good initial starter here for sure. Not too worried about it though. Yeah, good initial starter. We got our water, we got a quick ball, probably quick ball for a Lapras, and then we're gonna go ahead and research. We play 4 tag calls, so we don't really need to what's it called? We could also, I mean, we'll see what they go with here. It looks like they're shutting up Cramorant here. Maybe we have to get through that, then we can go into Articuno to wall for our second Slowpoke Psyduck while we set that up. And this does burn through a lot of their energy. They like to build up their energy and play ideally, but they can't do that when it's over there being burnt. Do this. We're gonna get a Lapras, and I might go ahead and grab an Articuno here as well. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab an Articuno here as well. Check my prize cards real fast. We did prize an Articuno, Slowduck, Crobat, want to grab an Articuno here. The supporters, we play a lot of supporters. 1 Caitlyn and Cynthia, and 2 water. All right, that's kind of unfortunate on the water prizes, but hopefully it doesn't end up being too big of an issue. We go down, play the research. I don't want to get boss trapped into the active. I think I'm just gonna bench second Articuno and pass. Second Articuno and yeah, pass. We'll see where it goes from here. We have plenty of supporters that we can get through the tag calls. We can also just go with like well, we probably will just go with a Misty and Lorelei next turn to get the energy we need to keep attacking, get a Slowpoke, 3 energy, and then just kind of go from there. And then we get 2 supporters, more supports off this tag call, and then we can discard 5 supporters and get the knockout on this Cramorant. We do need 5 to take the knockout there. But that sounds fine to me. I mean, it's possible they whiff Welder here. There's a Fire Crystal use. Are they hard retreating for the beat catch? They might be hard retreating for the beat catch here, actually. Or Welder for 1, I guess, is also a possibility. I'm super curious to see where this Fire Crystal for 1 goes. It is the Welder for 1, maybe 2 still, I guess. Oh, it is the Welder for 2. Okay, so it's trying to get that extra energy and play through the attachment for turn. Makes sense, makes sense. Yeah, go with the Cramorant early, and then I'm sure they want to follow up with a Centiskorch knockout. And then our game plan is just going to be throw an Articuno in the active while we build up our second Slowpoke on Psyduck. Or if we get fortunate enough, we could go... I mean, we would need to draw super well. We could go Surge, attach, Bead, knock. That's a lot. But it is possible, because we're going to draw 2 prize cards, and then they're going to draw 3. So Surge would be live. So if we can get access to a Bead... That's going to be the big deal, though. Can we find and get access to a bead? That's going to be the hard part for sure, is getting access to a bead. Comma with the Dene. See where they're going with that. Crobat. Sure. Yeah, they definitely want to find an energy this turn to attach, because that's... Yeah, they don't want to whiff out on energy attachment for turn. That's why they played it the way they did with the Fire Crystal getting 1 fire. Welder for 2, so that way they can attach for turn. And then go from there. Cramorant does do what? 160 to us. We'll have 90 left, so they will need a 2 energy. Only a 2 energy Centiskorch to actually knock out my... Slowpoke Psyduck. But from there we can just wall with Articunos while we wait until we set up another one. Definitely gonna get the knockout on this Cramorant this turn, that's for sure. That Cramorant is going down this turn. Yeah, here's the switch shot, hits us up. I've hit this same strategy a couple times already. Top deck a Surge. All right, tag call, Slowduck, Missy and Lorelei. Search out 3 water. The beads are in the deck. So are the air balloons. Still quite a bit to get, though. But it is possible. It is possible. The big thing to find is the air balloon, to be honest. Oh, Slowpoke down. Attach active. Tag call again. Oh, we have a Caitlyn and Cynthia in hand. I'm going to grab Maulana. And I want to keep an option of 1 of each in the deck. We do have to discard 5 here to get this knockout. So to go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. I think so. Ditch and Splash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep around the Caitlyn and Cynthia seems correct. Yeah, sure. Knockouts. So what we need to get here is an air balloon off the top deck. Sets it up so we can actually knock out that Centiskorch next turn. Kind of a tall order, though, I feel like. Yeah, air balloon off the top deck, because we could go Surge, Mermaid's Call. We get back the Missy's Favor, play the Missy's Favor, get the bead, use the bead, go from there. But it is a lot. It is a lot. Most likely not going to happen. It involves a top deck of air balloon, which is possible, but it's just not super likely to happen. We could also just put the extra energy in place here, but I think what we'd want to do is actually... Caitlyn and Cynthia for the boss here, if we whiff, so that way we can chase wherever their energy is, remove those energy from play, that way they can't get a 1-hit KO on our Slowpoke and Psyduck. That's what we want to avoid, is getting 1-hit KO'd coming up here in these future turns. We don't want our Slowpoke and Psyduck to get 1-hit KO'd. They can knock it out over 2 turns, so like a second Cramorant would be really annoying here. Second Cramorant would be super annoying for them to like poke this down. I doubt they play 2 Cramorant. No one really plays 2 Cramorant. There's no reason to play 2 Cramorant, so not going to play around 2 Cramorant. Yeah, air balloon top deck would be the nuts for sure. And ideally we do get it, but not that big of a deal if we whiff. It would be pretty funny if we do get it. Maybe I should add a Pokemon in here that actually has free retreat, so it's easier to pull off the bead combo, because then it's just Surge plus Missy's Favor to pull off that combo. I definitely see it being worth it for sure. Like I said, it is also possible they are down 2 combo. It's possible they whiff the knockout here on my Slowpoke and Psyduck. Not super likely, I don't think, but it is possible, because they could just not get the KO. They could just not get the KO. Yeah, they did. I guess they could go with the Burning Train though, right? They got the attachment last turn. Yeah, they could just Burning Train at the very least. VMAX I'm sure is optimal. There's a Crobat send up, so I'm assuming they're switching back. Yeah, switch back to the Jirachi, get another Stellar, Wish Use off. All right, that's fine. They get off this one. I'm sure they want the VMAX here, so that's why they're probably digging extra for it. There's a boss. I could see them. I mean, they could bring this up if they wanted to, I guess. I don't think they're ever doing that. Oh, they already welded, so they can't do that. Let me correct myself. Yeah, they can't do that. All right. Air Balloon Top Deck. Let's see if we get it. It would be pretty crazy. It would allow us to get the knockout here, because we can Surge. If not, we're just going to wall for a turn with the Articuno and chill. No Surge. Never lucky. All right. I don't want to get like another Lapras into play, so I think I'm gonna go. I almost feel like I should use my Surge this turn. We go Caitlyn and Cynthia. Let's go Tag Call here. Thin out this, and probably the Mallow and Lana seems like the best thing to have access to. So we just want to get the boss back, I think, with the Caitlyn and Cynthia. I just want access to that boss. If we get stamped, this having the Surge index not going to do a whole ton. So we're going to go Surge here. Caitlyn and Cynthia. Get rid of that. Grab that boss back for the future. Draw 3. The Mermaid into play. Attach. Can play another supporter. I could just play another Caitlyn and Cynthia, to be honest. And recover. I could recover a Surge here, I guess. There we go, Caitlyn and Cynthia here. Get rid of a water. I actually kind of like that, actually. Yes, recover a Surge. Draw 3 more. Got that for next turn now. And I think we just pass. I could put the Air Balloon on the active in case they stamp us, then we have it. But they could also boss something. Well, they can't boss, actually. So yeah, I think I do put the Air Balloon here in case they stamp us. That way I can make sure I can move it. Yeah. Air Balloon there, and then pass. And yeah, we got a Surge for next turn. So we can go like... Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think I misplayed there. That felt fine. Just draw a bunch of cards, get a Surge back, get a boss back. Because we, like I said, we want to be able to chase their energy. We don't want to like put our Slowpoke Psyduck in our active and then have it get one-hit KO'd at all. We don't want that to happen. We want to be able to put it in the active and then one-hit KO whatever we need to one-hit KO. So that's the game plan. So we got to be able to chase their energy. Our game plan is to be able to chase those energy, shut them down wherever they might go. And then that's it. That's it. That should be game. We'll see what they got on their turn. If they don't stamp this hand, I think we definitely win. I think the game is just over. If they do stamp the hand, well, we draw 4 cards and we'll see what we get, I guess. We're still not very far from being able to get a knockout, so especially on something like a Centiskorch. So, and they can't wait here forever either. Definitely cannot wait here for forever. They have to make something happen eventually. But we'll see. I guess they could just get a bunch of energy in place still. Like, they could just weld it to another Centiskorch here. And then I guess we could just lose to that. They go welder to a new Centiskorch and then welder again. I guess, yeah. I mean, they could just welder twice and that still knocks out my Slowpoke and Psyduck. We might just be too slow at this point. I guess that's also possible. And it might not cut it here for the the Slowpoke and Psyduck. I'm definitely not going to be running this deck. Again, we're going to switch over to the Greenzar and the Pikarom for the other two if we're not able to pull out a dub here against the Centiskorch, which is very possible. We might not be able to pull out a dub here. Almost had the bead play, which was super cute, but not quite. Did not quite pull it off. Yeah, just need a free retreater. Maybe a free retreater is the thing to add to this deck. Or maybe more air balloons. We could play more air balloons as well, so we just hit them more frequently. But being able to quick ball for something with free retreat does sound pretty cool. Yeah, so here's the welder to the bench. They might just have enough energy to like go back-to-back knock, or to like, even if I KO this, they just knock me out, and then that's kind of it. Let's see, that's 7, 8, 9. How many energy do Centiskorch decks place? Yeah, they might just have enough energy to KO my Slowpoke and Psyduck, which would be super sad. But if it happens, it happens. I do need to find another welder next turn. Yeah, they need another welder next turn. And no, that's it. They should need another welder. Yeah, I could definitely see maybe even going up to 4 Surge to make that bead combo more likely to happen as well. Could be 4 Surge and a free retreater. I have not played a ridiculous amount with this deck. I've only played enough to get it to this point, which is still pretty good. I think the deck's still at a pretty good spot. Did not play enough to fine-tune it completely, but I wanted to show it off in this OPOP match this week. There's a goon. That guy's annoying. That damage actually hurts a lot. That's super annoying. But we can dig. We can dig for a big charm this turn. Big charm makes a difference for getting rid of that goon thing. Or we could try and heal this with Mal and Lana, but they do play net, so they could just ping it again. So I think the big charm is the way to go with this turn. Look for the big charm. Look for the big charm. I guess they might whiff the net. It's possible. They only have 2 left. It's possible they could whiff for sure, actually. Moving this 10 damage or trying to put on my Slowduck is a big deal. So I could go like... Actually, I don't see a way to like... I could go like certain now. It's not going to be... I think we just have to try and draw a bunch of cards and then get that big charm. And hope they just don't get enough energy next turn. But I've got a feeling they're going to get enough energy next turn. Unless they're just kind of running low. Change your Centiskorch deck's playing these days. So we can go Surge, Caitlyn, Cynthia into Bird Keeper. Which gives us the most draw power to find a big charm to try and heal our duck. I think we go with that. So we're gonna send up this. And then we're gonna go Batch. Surge. Caitlyn, Cynthia. Discard the water. Get the Bird Keeper. Need to find that big charm. Okay, gonna play tag call. I think there's something else. Oh, there's nothing else to grab out of there. So I shouldn't have done it like that. Actually, I can go like this. Mermaid's Call. Get that. Quick ball it away. Don't think I want to put a Crobat. We can never get our hand low enough to use Crobat. Just get another Lapras. Bird Keeper. Big Charm. Okay, we got the Big Charm. That's great. Mermaid Call again. And then hit him with the Ditch and Splash. And we need to discard 3 only. So Ditch and Splash to get rid of Misty's Favor, and Bead, I think, are the worst 3 cards in my hand. 120, yeah. And let's hope we don't get 1-hit KO next turn. How much energy do they have left? They've had Swell and Play the whole game, and they'll continue to have Swell and Play, which means that's a lot of energy already. That might be it. How many do they need? They need 5, I think. Oh no, we have the Big Charm now. They need 6. They need 3 more. They need 3 more energy. So depending on how many they play, they might just have the game already. Unless it maybe like prize double VMAX and they can't find that last VMAX. That's possible. Only 1 came out of the hearth there. That's good. That's a good sign. Only 1 energy out of the hearth is a very good sign. Let's see how many they weld her for. 2. That is 240. They need 3 damage to get rid of Big Charm. They could play... have things they could play. They could still have an energy in hand as well. Just because they hearth for 1 doesn't mean they don't have an energy in hand. Yeah, they could also have an energy in hand still. That is 12 fire though. That is 12 fire. I feel like, I'm not gonna guarantee it, but I feel like 12 fire is rare. You see more than that. The goon's coming back down. They goon ping again and again. They only have 1 more net. Maybe they play 2 goons. 2 goons is possible. There's the reset stamp. But we do have 2 Mermaid's Calls to work with, which will get us 2 Misty's Favors. And there's a Radiating Heat. Oh, the Radiating Heat to discard my energy. Uh-oh. Did I overextend my energy maybe a bit? Okay. Quick Ball. Get rid of the Big Charm here. How many energy do I have left? 2. I also have a Misty and Lorelei left, which I could use to find the energy. So we're gonna grab the Crobat. Try and hearth away the Misty and that. And then we're just gonna go ahead and bat for 6. All right, so we got a Misty and Lorelei. Search our deck for a couple waters. And then plenty of supporters in the hand. And we get the dub over the Centiskorch with the Slowpoke and Psyduck. I think gonna need to add in more Surge and more Bead into the deck. I think that's the route we want to go. Is just have that recovery potential. And maybe a free retreater would be good too. All right, we got that first game against Mr. Network. Let's see what happens in game 2. We're gonna bring out the Peak, I think, for sure, because we We know they're rocking Centiskorch, and I don't really like the green Zard into Centiskorch to match up that much. I guess it's not that bad. I might bring the green Zard next game, actually. We'll see. Okay, I'm bringing out the Pikarom in this game just because there's a good chance they're bringing the Centiskorch again. And if I bring green Zard, the problem with green Zard becomes... let's see if they want first or second. Okay, they want to go first. Like to go first. No. All right, so they're not bringing in Centiskorch, but there's a problem. There's a potential they're bringing Centiskorch and would have wanted to go first. And in that case, I don't want to bring green Zard because they do get to choose whether they want to go first or second here. And if they bring Centiskorch again, there's a Celio start. I feel like that bodes pretty well for us as we open our Coco V here. If they do bring Centiskorch again and choose to go second, as green Zard, I want to go second. So I kind of want to save the green Zard, I think, for if I lose this game, then I might bring the green Zard out and choose to go second with green Zard. But we've got a pretty good matchup here. It looks like they're bringing Lapras VMAX. I would assume Lapras VMAX or Inteleon, but I guess it could be the Water Mewtwo deck as well. So it might not be as good of a matchup as I think, but I guess we're going to find out here shortly. There's a Speed Lightning, but I don't want to attach Speed Lightning to my active. Swell Marnie, I think, is going to be my route here. And we just want to get Bolton with an energy ideally here. That's a pretty good draw. That is some options. Let's go ahead and use them. Go ahead here. Let's take a look at the deck real fast. I'm going to grab this and this. Let's see, we prized no Pokemon, it looks like. No hammers. No Quick Ball, no Electro. What did we prize? Okay, one research, 2 speed. Okay, it's mostly energy then. 2 speed. And then 1 lightning. A boss. Okay, a boss is gone. Don't quite see the last one, but it's not a huge deal. Bolton's in there. All right, grab these 2. Quick Ball away the switch. Gonna get that Boltoned into the hand. Bench the Boltoned, bench the Pikarom, and then Dead A Change. We're just looking for an energy here. That's all we need is an energy. All right, we got the energy. Thank you. I'll throw the Crushing Hammer out there. Why not? Attach. Retreat. Big Charm should go somewhere. I could get Marty next turn, so I want to protect my Pokemon. Let's go with it on the Bolton, actually. Electrify. The Pikarom. Yeah, just throw it on the Bolton here. It means double Sonic Edges can't KO my Bolton. And then it also means if I bench a 4th Pokemon for some reason, I also won't get KO'd by the Resolute Blade from the Keldeo. It is Inteleon. Good to know. It is the Inteleon VMAX deck. Very good matchup. Do have to get through this Keldeo first of all, but we're in a good spot to get through it as soon as next turn, because we could go Coco to put an energy in play, attach, or Coco for 2 basic energy if we can get another one in the discard pile, and then attach active, and then just knock it out with that Bolt Storm. Also, if we just top deck an energy, we could just go Boss, KO the Inteleon V, and just get 2 prize cards there, get +1 energy in play over that, and then worry about the Keldeo on the next turn when we need that much less to get the knockout. So if our top deck is an energy, we probably just go attach, Boss, KO the Inteleon V. So they are playing Scoop Up Net. Oh no, almost every build plays Scoop Up Net, don't they though? Do they? Yeah. They all play Scoop Up Net. The question is just what else is in the deck. Some people play Jirachi, Giratina, Crushing Hammers, Yell Grunts. Could be an energy heavy removal build for sure. We could also just Electrify again for a turn, to be honest. But yeah, if we top deck energy, we definitely just go for those 2 prize cards. We're that much closer to dealing with the Keldeo through the Boltons. Yeah, and then we just have to go from there. But there's the switch. So they're running away to the Dedenne this turn. No energy top deck. Their turn wasn't that ridiculously good. So I think I just want to research. I don't want to give them too much more to work with. Did not get... No, we can get the knockout with Bolton here, actually. Switch... We'd have 4-5, get the knockout. Okay, so that's definitely what we do here. Get rid of this Lightning. We'll go Prism to the hand. Switch to the... Don't want to put another Pokemon on the bench, though, because if they play, I mean, they could Goon Ping this 3 times. They could GX attack. Basically, I'm just trying to avoid GX attack from the Keldeo for too much value. We got enough energy though. Bolton V is swinging, so let's go ahead and Bolt Storm. We didn't get an energy attachment for a turn, but I don't think it really matters when we get this knockout here. That's enough. And then the next thing we want to look to set up, I think, is just like the Coco V. Just try and set up the Coco V, get another attacker involved. Doesn't have to be anything super special because we should get this knockout on this Keldeo GX right here, which you do get just by putting an energy in play. And then pretty much if anything can attack, it can probably KO the Inteleon VMAX. Yeah, very good matchup. Very, very, if I haven't said it already, I'm gonna say it again. Very good matchup. There's a boss on my peak. So they're getting aggressive about dealing with my Pikarom here. Not gonna lie, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. This also might mean that their hand is just not very good. Start with Crushing Hammer. Heads, just get rid of a water. Hatch the Coco, see what happens. Crushing Hammer, another heads, we'll take it. I don't want to Marnie them because they had such a slow turn. Last turn, we're gonna Quick Ball. Is there anything to thin out of the deck? We can get rid of the Pikarom. I don't think we need another Pikarom. We'll keep the Raichu around as our last attacker, and then we just go ahead and research, hoping for a switch just to go Bolton, clean up this Keldeo. We did get it. Swell, switch, and Bolt Storm, knock out the Keldeo. We got the boss. They could hide behind it, so they can't hide behind a Snom next turn. So if we don't get stamped or Marnie, the game is basically over. Just gonna take out this Inteleon V or VMAX if it becomes a VMAX, and we'll get the 2-0 here with Slowduck into Inteleon VMAX. And yeah, that's it. Get the 2-0 over Mr. Network here. We get the Slowduck paired into its most optimal matchup we could pull, I think, into that Centiskorch deck. And then we just hit a Pikarom into an Inteleon VMAX. It doesn't get that much better than that for us. We'll take our dub here in week number 3. And I'll see you guys next week for week number 4.